Do you know what's underrated?
What's underrated?
Milk in a clear cup.
Is it?
What's a more enjoyable way to drink milk? Go ahead.
No, that's about it.
Yeah. It's the peak of milk consumption.
I don't know if it's underrated though.
It's the peak.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the best way to do it. There's no better way. Okay, there's levels to it though. Like, drinking out of a clear glass is best. Okay. Drinking out of like a glass, drinking out of a clear cup is best. Drinking out of a clear glass is better.
Right.
Drinking out of like a wine glass, milk, ice cold milk with a cookie out of a wine glass.
Yeah, that's just not right.
That's got to be the coolest thing. That's not the way God
intended milk.
God didn't intend for us to drink milk at all.
I don't know about that.
You know the theory of like who the first person to ever drink milk, how did that happen? What was he doing? It's a good question. What was he up to?
Drinking milk, I guess.
Yeah, how did he figure out that that's where the milk comes from? That's weird. Do you think
he saw baby cow doing it, he's like, that looks pretty good. It's like, wait, hold on.
That looks pretty good.
He might be onto something here.
Do you think God instructed Adam and Eve like how to
drink milk?
Yeah. Or like even like how did Eve know, like I'll just say it, how did Eve know like how to breastfeed her child? Was it just instinct?
I guess I just don't know. Welcome back to the Recap Podcast, your podcast for all things recap. I'm Colin, that's Ian, and today we have the man, the myth, the legend, ladies and gentlemen, Dexter.
Dexter's here with us today. Let's go.
What's up, my fellow Dexters?
Yeah. Oh, how does that feel? Is that cool?
It feels great.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Oh, it feels so cool.
Can you imagine Colin? Can you imagine calling your friends Collins?
I can't, but now that I am imagining.
Do it now. Okay, right now.
That's pretty crazy.
That's crazy, isn't it? Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. Sorry, I just had a thought in my head right now. I was like, I wish I would have told my little brother to make chocolate chip cookies while we were recording the podcast so that we could go eat chocolate chip cookies after this.
You want me to go ask him?
Do you want to go?
Is it Blake?
Him? Yeah.
Is Blake the chocolate chip cookie guy?
Yeah. Are you going to get up right now and go ask him?
If you want me to.
Do it.
Okay. You guys keep going. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Okay, well, you did also have a glass of milk, so...
I did have a glass of milk. It was a cup of milk.
Oh.
It's different.
Yeah, because it's not a glass. Have you ever had pilk before?
All right, what should we say about Colin now that he's gone? You guys, Colin is the biggest liar ever.
Of all time.
Everything is fake. He's never said a word of truth on the podcast. Do you want to know what he actually thinks is the best restaurant? Burger King. What a loser. He's absolutely insane too. This was like, he forced me to do this against my will, the podcast. But
I was just talking to him earlier and he was saying how much he hated McDonald's.
Yeah.
He was telling me
it's his least favorite restaurant.
He hates it.
Yeah. Well, how'd that go?
We're getting cookies?
Hold on. Let me get my headphones all plugged in.
He's going to get all.
Could you give me my cord real quick?
My brother just sent me a video. Does that have anything to do with?
Well, I have no idea. I haven't
with
heard.
The cookies?
I don't think so.
Should I watch it? Such an odd question. My brother. Oh, it's a TikTok.
Your brother's named Taco Boy?
Yeah. His contact in my phone is Taco Boy because he used to make tacos at a restaurant. And
so, we are getting cookies from Blake. He requested a shout out. So shout out Blake.
Shout out B Lake.
Says hi. And
what?
That's all. Said hi.
Who is that?
I'll bleep it. Your fiance said hi.
There we go. Hello, fiance from the down under. She downstairs right now. Yeah, so we were just chatting a little bit about Dexter and kind of... I haven't really introed him yet, so we can do that now. So this is our second guest, and Colin, take it for a second. I'm losing my mind.
This is our second guest. Last week we had Micaiah, and Yeah, as you can see, as we talked about last week, we now have a new audio interface, which lets us have more microphones.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, we're just having guests every episode forever now, is basically what's happening. What else do you want me to say, Ian?
I'm texting right now.
Will you ever run out of guests?
Will we ever run out of guests?
I don't think so.
I doubt it, because once we get through everyone, we can just start over. You know?
Well, by that time, it'll be a new season.
It's true. New guests.
So technically, new guests.
In theory, we'll always have new fans, right? Right? Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, the goal is...
We try to grow the podcast.
The goal is for the podcast to grow, right? Okay.
That was a nice cough.
Okay. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just... Yeah, sorry.
Just texting.
Just had to deal
Just
with it.
texting.
Just had to deal with a little thing there. Okay, here's the deal. We have had one guest before, and it taught us a lot. Micaiah was a excellent trial run for the guest. I mean, that sounds really bad. All I'm saying is,
what are you trying to say?
It went really well, but we learned a lot of how we're gonna kind of do this in the future. So I have this little list here of things that we're going to ask our guest. Dexter, don't look at it yet. I know you already did, but like, try not to.
I didn't really look at it.
Just to start out here, Dexter, could you kind of just refer to us your relationship to me and Colin, to the Recap Podcast? How do you know us? How do you get involved? Tell us a story. Keep it brief.
Well,
if you could.
I knew Ian from working at Inspiration Point.
Yeah.
And I also knew his fiance before I knew him. So.
Oh, that's true. That's wild.
So and then I've worked with Ian for about 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Not really, but technically 2 years. And I just met Colin today.
Yeah. Tell him about the thing.
Yeah, we tried to shake hands and missed. I don't know. I've never done that in my life before.
I haven't either.
And
I think I was just so starstruck.
Yeah,
that I couldn't even control my hand. Well. It was just.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
you stick with that. I was gonna say you guys are destined to be enemies because that shouldn't happen.
One of the two is what.
I like the first one.
Yeah, probably the first.
Yeah, starstruck, starships. Sorry. Yeah. So met Drew up at Inspiration Point. Got to know him well, and then the first summer, and then second summer got to know him even better. We had already started the podcast, but we took the summer off,
right?
And then me and you chatted a lot about the podcast over the summer.
We were also in the same prayer group.
We were in the same prayer group, dude. We still are in the same prayer group.
We're always. Forever.
Always let me know how I can pray for you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Mark Steinberg was in that prayer group, too. What a guy.
That was a great prayer group.
He's a guy. We chatted a lot about the podcast, and we had dreams and hopes of you one day making an appearance, and here we are.
Yes.
It's a
dream come true.
This has been like 6 months in the making.
Actually, it has. That's crazy. That's totally crazy to think
That's
about.
Crazy.
Okay. So we're going to jump into some life updates quick. I don't have any life updates. Everything's the same other than my voice is going out. So that's why I sound like I do. I don't like it when people are like, that's why I sound like I smoke 6 packs a day. It's like,
no, you don't.
You don't sound like that. I kind of sound like Miley Cyrus in that video.
Which video?
Where she goes like, the journey is always really the thing that you remember anyway.
I've
never seen that video.
No.
Okay.
No.
I was going to say like people out there know, but now neither of you guys know. So
if I think of it while I'm editing, I'll throw a clip of it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
The journey is usually the part that you remember anyways.
It's like I do sound like she sounds in that video, and it's kind of an internet sensation.
Wow. Maybe you'll be an internet sensation.
I could be.
You will be.
Maybe you are. Honestly,
maybe I
think we are internet sensations, right? The Recap Podcast.
We got hate mail one time.
Yeah.
Not actual physical mail, but nobody gets that anymore.
I wish I got mail.
Dude, getting mail is so exciting.
You guys want to start sending letters?
No.
Pen pals?
Yeah. I'm down.
Dexter's down.
We don't have to include Ian in it though.
I don't want to be a pen pal. That's a lot of work.
We'll just send each other empty boxes.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
That's actually funny.
I love
what
getting
is it?
Any package. Don't care.
Can we send empty boxes to? I'm in on that. Can we send empty boxes to each other, but just like the same box back and forth?
Sure.
Yes.
Does that cost money though?
I mean,
Yeah.
stamps,
Oh,
right?
maybe.
Yeah, it costs money.
I think that's how it works. I don't really understand the postage system.
That's
Postal
depressing.
system.
That's not good. You need to understand.
You're the one who asked if it cost money. So
Well, it took me a second, but yeah, you have to stamp the package.
right.
You don't get to use the U.S. postal system for free.
No. Gosh,
What
no.
if you just tell them that it's the wrong
else would they get
address
their
so they
money?
return it?
Wait. Loophole. What if
just like return?
What
send
if with
to return
all your
address?
mail, you set the return address to the address you want it to go to? They'll just send it for free. Right?
Wait, what? What'd you say?
Okay. You don't put a stamp on the on like the letter or whatever,
Put it in the mailbox.
but you put the return address as the address you want to send it to.
Oh.
I've never bought a stamp in my
They
life.
get confused.
I've been doing it for years.
They get
Here's how.
confused and say,
The world's biggest conspiracy.
I think it would work
I think it would.
stamps.
for sure.
Literally, who came up with that? They're like, we can just put this
The government.
sticker on that. Do you think if we just like kind of tried a little bit to make a sticker that looked like a stamp, we could easily send our packages and mail?
Yeah, I think that's a felony though.
Oh,
I think I don't know, but I'd imagine it's a felony of
you're
some
like,
sort.
yeah, but you could go to federal prison
Yeah,
for it.
but people have been killed for that. So
That's my life update. My voice is going out, so prayers for me because I am singing on Sunday,
Yeah.
which is it'll be fine. But I don't sing a ton on the weekends, so when I get the opportunity to, it is cool, and I don't want to sound like this. So yeah, calling any life update.
no.
All right, cool. Moving on to Drewski. Drew's been telling us that this life update is a big deal, so
I'm excited.
so
it better
much.
be
It
really
better be
big.
good.
I'm excited for this life update. I
Okay,
could go so in
after
depth
all
or so
the-
shallow.
After all like the build up to it, do you still think it's worth all the build up?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
All right.
Well, after camp, went down to Arkansas. Now I'm in school at John Brown University
Wild.
studying elementary education.
He just told him where he lives. What's your dorm number?
I'm gonna order a pizza. Can you give me your social security number? They ask for that.
I was
sometimes.
going to think of like a fake dorm number, but then I almost said my own.
Nice.
So that
you
wouldn't
can
have been.
say your own. Nobody's in Arkansas, right?
I don't know.
It's fine. Don't say it.
I wouldn't say if it was me,
No.
but you could say if because it's you and you're not me.
I'll pass.
Okay.
But went down there. Oh, for orientation, let me tell you this story. We had a thing called big games. It's like, you get in there and you're teamed up with a bunch of random people. And we were the purple team. There's like 6 colors. And so we had to go to
Who
Goodwill.
picks which 6 colors?
I have no clue.
I'd like to be the guy that does that.
They
It's
were
probably red, orange,
fine
yellow,
colors
green, blue,
though.
purple.
Yeah, like
It's-
the colors of the rainbow.
It's like yeah,
It's that kind
red,
of school.
blue, green, black, purple, yellow.
Black.
Yeah,
Black.
yeah.
Did they have white?
No.
Whoa.
All right then. John Brown University, folks.
Avoid at all costs.
Okay,
we
keep
need
going.
7 teams. Well, for our last final big game, they put out a tarp with all this soap on it.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And we had 20, 30 people in our team. And they had
deal.
red Solo cups on the tarp. So you had to run across it, and you're just slipping across it, and you'd have to stack the Solo cups in a pyramid.
Oh, wow.
And once you
sounds
got
difficult.
everybody to stack it in the pyramid, you'd take this giant watermelon and you'd smash it down on this tarp on the ground. And then everybody would have to get down and start eating all the red off of it without any hands. You just have to go face first.
This game has so many layers.
You had
Oh.
me, and then you lost me when you were like,
With the
you
watermelon?
smash a watermelon. First of all, my question is, how big is a huge watermelon? They're all pretty big.
I mean, this is a
melons.
normal one. And it's a little bit
Okay,
bigger.
a little bit bigger than
Yeah.
a normal one. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
like a big watermelon, not a huge.
It's not one of those tiny ones, is what.
Oh yeah. No, I got
Or
you.
It's not a
trying to
mini
preface
watermelon by any means.
Right. You had me at the soapy tarp. Those are fun, right?
Sure.
Are you in bare feet?
Yes.
Okay.
I was, at least.
What would you prefer, Ian?
I hate this even more. So,
You gonna run around a soapy tarp with your shoes on?
well, no, but
I didn't want to get my shoes all soapy.
And your socks? That's even worse.
well, no, that's fine. But you're stacking pyramid right with the thing, and then you break this watermelon onto the soapy tarp.
Yep.
No, it's not the same tarp. It's a different tarp.
Oh.
Oh,
Don't worry.
big deal.
It's a
deal.
different
That
tarp
changes
that
things.
it's on.
Okay, I hate
So
it
how many tarps are in
the
this game?
same amount.
Just
no,
two?
No.
2 for each team. So
Everyone
was
has
that?
their own tarp.
That's a lot of
12
tarps. That's
tarps.
12 tarps.
This is a lot of tarps.
How big are these tarps?
I mean,
Dimensions.
the one with the watermelon was like 2 of these tables put together.
Okay,
Maybe a little bit
8 by
bigger.
8.
And then the one with the slip inside was probably like
6 by 6 maybe.
double this room.
Double the room. That's a
Okay,
big tarp.
big tarp.
Yeah.
They had 6 of those tarps.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
and then once you finish eating the watermelon, you win? Is that the...
Yeah. And we
Did you guys win?
finished first.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow,
and we
dude.
won.
What was this
Because,
game
because
called?
there was the big... I don't even know what it was called. I don't think they even knew what it was
That's a
called.
cool game to name, though. Like that. Would
Tell
be
me
a fun game
about
to
the
name.
process of eating the watermelon without using your hands. How'd that go?
Well, we had like 10 guys just drop on the ground
Yeah.
right when we smashed it. And everybody was going for all of like the part with the rind
Right.
on it to get all the red off because all the red had to be gone. And then there's this big mushy pile
Nice.
of red watermelon in the middle.
Oh, boy.
You know, Drew got all up in there.
You know I did. I had to. I had to take one for the team. Nobody else wanted to. And my
Might as well
roommate...
call his lips a straw. He just went.
That is exactly what I
Oh, my
did.
gosh.
But my roommate, he was like, "That's nasty. Somebody just spit that out onto the tarp."
Oh my!
And I was like,
goodness.
"No, they didn't," because as soon as they smashed it, I went right for that pile. So I know nobody touched it.
Yeah.
But he
Dude,
was all
you ate
grossed out.
somebody else's like
Maybe I did.
watermelon. That
Maybe
was
I
in their
did.
mouth.
I'm like 98% sure I did not.
That's a high percentage. We'll go with it,
It's good enough. That
dude.
What's the
that's
margin of error on that percentage, though?
0.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So
Yeah.
then you're 100%, right?
No,
No,
that's
no, I said
exactly
we-
85%.
98.
Oh, you said 98?
Yeah.
I don't know why I heard 85.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
that's-
was only half listening.
yeah.
Some host you are, I
Yeah.
guess.
for real.
I'm a co-host. We each half listen. That makes 100% listening.
That is awesome.
Okay, dude, that's a good story. What's the next life
Oh.
update here?
Well, we that same
that
week.
wasn't worth the hype. No,
Hold on, that same week,
yeah.
at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, all these guys in the dorm are like, "Hey, we should go to Swepco." And I'm
What
like,
is- what is
what
that?
is Swepco?
Yeah, that's a cool name.
And they're like, oh, Swepco.
Oh, buddy.
And they're like, Swepco Lake. It's this lake right near the campus.
Excuse me.
It's a pretty big lake. I mean, not huge. Enough to like go tubing on.
Okay.
So fairly big. And there's this power plant called Swepco on the lake.
Okay.
And apparently this lake gets heated from the power plant.
Yo.
It's a coal plant.
Whoa.
So it
Nuclear
gets
power
heated.
plant. So it's just radiation.
But
There's like
we
some
went
three-eyed
there.
fish in there.
No, there's so many jokes about people were like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to jump in the lake there. It's like three-eyed fish everywhere
Yeah.
and fish with extra gills. No, I don't want to jump in that lake.
Extra gills. What would the extra gills be for?
Breathing more.
Breathing more underwater. You could
So
go
they can live
deeper.
longer.
Probably go deeper, right?
Yeah.
Let's get deep. Didn't we have a segment on deeper?
No.
Deep dive or something like that?
I don't
No.
think so.
All right, anyway.
But it was
Back
the
in
most
the early days. of the pod.
interesting feeling in my life jumping into that lake.
The
it's-
most interesting feeling.
It was probably.
Do you remember what it was like exiting the womb?
I don't remember that. So,
I do.
It doesn't
and
count.
This
It
lake
doesn't-
is a lot more interesting, to be honest with you.
The most interesting feeling in my life. Tell us about it.
It's like a colder night. It's like 60 degrees, which isn't
Okay.
that cold.
No,
but at
but,
the
like,
nighttime,
it's chilly in
a
the
little
summertime.
chilly. And we have like 80 guys standing on this dock. That
80 guys.
yeah is. I mean, it was a big dock.
This is a big,
a big
deal.
dock.
It's a big dock.
Also, I just want to touch really quick on like how you thought that we were gonna just like jump on the fact that you said 60 and cold. together. Like, these guys are Minnesotans. They're going to make fun of me. Like, it was 60 degrees, which I know isn't that cold. Dude, it was 60 degrees? Are you insane?
Do you know how cold it gets here? Don't ever say that
60
again.
60 degrees, I have my shirt off. I'm sweating. No,
My
I'm just
gosh.
kidding. Sorry, keep going.
Oh, but you jump in, and everybody was freaking out jumping into this lake.
Yeah.
There's this one guy that couldn't stop talking, and he was like, he was a super fast talker too, and he was like, I'm not jumping into that lake because if I jump into the lake, I'm gonna like jump in there and I'm gonna have like 3 eyes, the eye sticking out of my forehead. I ain't having an eye sticking out of my forehead jumping in that lake. And
I ain't going to have an eye sticking out my forehead. That's funny.
he was getting everybody to not jump in the lake.
Oh, what a party pooper.
We did it anyways
Nice.
because I don't care.
Did you push him in? That would have been hilarious.
I wanted to, but this dock had like railings on it.
Oh, like you're
So-
not supposed to go in the
Yeah,
water.
it's like a fishing dock, but
So
you
it's
can
like,
go in the water.
It's like specifically meant to keep people out of the water. You guys hopped it.
we did hop it,
That's awesome.
but then there was this this nice like cutout of in the middle, like you know the railing, and it's like a little spot that goes into the water in the middle.
yeah.
And so one of these guys dared this other guy to jump in the middle and eat some of the seaweed or like the algae
Yo.
on top for
Did
like
he-
$10.
They
$10.
do it.
He did it. He jumped in and he ate a little bit of the algae so that he could get his $10, and then he jumped out.
And he's
still there.
alive.
Die.
He's got an extra arm, but
Hey, that's not bad.
he kind of gained $10 in an arm.
I
Out
think
of all the things that you could get,
I think when we talked about, was it you or Tate that asked the question of having an extra
limb.
extra limb?
I think it was Tate.
That was Tate.
Yeah, I think I said arm.
I think I did too. It's kind of like the best answer.
Arm's the way to go.
Yeah. What else would you do?
Leg.
What?
Why would you want an extra leg?
That's the only
though?
other option. For
Well,
like,
no,
limb.
but I think it was like an extra body part.
Gotcha.
You didn't want an
Third
extra
ear?
ear so you could hear better?
Would you hear better?
No,
So then-
probably not.
Then
know.
you can listen to 100% of the time? Or would it be 75?
Oh,
Nice.
burn. I would like an extra brain.
Would that help you out, though?
I don't know.
It would help
but
him
it would
out.
be cool to. Thanks, Colin. That's
Got you. He roasted me, then I had to roast you.
really went.
Now
for
you got to
my-
roast him.
Really went for my intelligence there.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's what I do.
That was funny.
that's how I do it.
Yeah, that was a good joke. Yeah.
I also joined an Ultimate Frisbee club.
Yo, that's
now
cool.
I am
Why aren't our life updates like
college
this?
Yeah, what-
athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real, dude. He's like, also, I did this. I suppose
this,
he's had
this.
6 months to prepare this.
That's fair.
Oh,
We
yeah.
do it on a weekly. I'd like to see you do it weekly.
Yeah, try it. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll start my own podcast. Actually,
Wait a second. Speaking of,
Wait. We're gonna get to
We'll
that,
get there.
right?
oh yeah.
Okay, then
Yeah.
go ahead
Well-
and talk about
Welcome
your
back.
ultimate
Oh.
football.
Well, we've traveled ultimate football and
Ultimate
frisbee.
frisbee. Sorry.
Frisbee. Do you know anything about the sport of ultimate frisbee?
Yeah.
Yes, actually,
it's pretty fun.
a little bit.
See,
I know how to play
I
it.
knew next to nothing.
Nice.
That's
Going into it.
awesome. Way to go,
And-
man! Your college experience
Oh.
is like
Good for you not knowing.
Yeah.
no, but he's like I knew nothing about it. I joined the league. Like somebody
send
said, let's go jump in the lake, and you're like, let's do it. Heck yeah,
He said jump in the lake.
Why
He said
not?
how high.
exactly. I like that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna write that down somewhere.
Yeah, right. That's
I think I might frame that actually and put that.
if you
in
did
my
that,
dorm
I
room.
would cry.
Would you really?
Yeah.
I'd like.
Would
that
you save
selfie
your
of you
tear
crying.
in like a little
I don't. I
glass
try not
bottle?
to.
Do you?
I
You know,
might.
You could
know,
sell it probably.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it dry up?
Not if you sealed it
Oh,
really well.
how well?
Like vacuum sealed.
I'm not saying like kind of well. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking like, oh, he's just gonna seal it kind of well, but I'm gonna seal it really well.
Oh, okay, that's different.
You feel?
That's chill. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Glad we got that cleared up.
Yeah, for sure. You traveled with your ultimate frisbee
Oh yeah,
team? That's
we went
crazy.
Down, we went over to Tulsa, Oklahoma, for one weekend. Then we went and played in Fayetteville, which is still in Arkansas. It's not too far away, but it was starting to rain on that tournament,
Oh,
and so they had to cancel
slippery.
it.
Oh, they canceled it?
because the city didn't want their fields ruined.
Okay. Whatever.
Oh, this
But-
big city.
Instead, we just ruined it anyways.
Nice.
What?
And we just ran on it, and we slid. Like you could slide on those fields. You could dive on it and just slide for
Felony.
like 15
That's
feet.
a felony.
Probably.
Not the last time I
No.
checked.
When was the last time you checked?
That's a felony.
Probably
Pretty
like
sure felony right there.
never.
Felony. We need a felony sound effect button.
Felony. You can soundbite that.
Yeah.
You could grab that.
Throw that in
felony.
on the soundboard. We'll be good to go.
Felony.
That was a good one.
Should I try again?
One more.
Yes.
Okay. Felony.
That was good.
That was really
Was that
good.
the best one?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay, cool.
Then we traveled down to Arlington, Texas.
Nice, dude.
Dang.
Stopped
You're a
by
busy
Buc-ee's.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
Buc-ee's. I heard about Buc-ee's. Was it as crazy as everybody says?
Well, that's the second time I've been there.
Oh.
Actually, we went twice on the trip, so technically I've been there 3 times.
How was it?
It's just a giant store. It's a giant gas station.
Right.
But, let me tell you about the bathrooms.
Tell me about the bathrooms.
It what?
It's just a whole line of just a bunch of stalls, like probably
Oh, wow.
30 in a line.
Okay.
And there's this one that I went to.
No urinal.
No, there's urinals too. There's a whole line of them, but probably only like 15.
Okay, but you chose the stall.
No, I didn't choose the stall.
The stall chose him.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Is this part of your story? Did I ruin it? Like, did I get there too soon?
No, but the stalls, they would have the lights on top, a green and red light, to show you which
Oh,
one's
that's
locked
cool.
Oh, wow.
and which one's open.
That's cool.
So you could
That
just
is
walk
cool.
in and you look all the way down the line. You're like, I'll take that one right there.
Like, that looks like a nice one.
You
Yeah.
say that, and then like you're escorted.
Yeah. they come out with a whole limo too, like this mini limo
Dude.
limo with just one seat,
They
and you just hop in and they take you all the.
Is it free? Feels like you'd have to charge for this, like special treatment.
No, they don't.
Heated
do that.
seats.
Oh,
Oh, buddy.
heated toilet seats. That's the way to go.
Was they heated?
No,
Was they heated?
but those are the way to go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A warm toilet seat is better than a cold toilet seat.
I disagree.
I know
think
you
I
do.
disagreed with that.
Yeah.
And
You
I
said
s-
cold was better. I said warm was better.
Yeah, no,
I agree with
definitely.
Colin.
Because my stance is it's going to be warm either way within 5 to 10 seconds.
Don't care.
And you already know someone else has sat there before. So just
Yeah,
get
but
over it.
I don't need to know that
And it's more
somebody
comfortable.
just did their thing.
It is. It
It's
really
not for
is.
me though. It's not more comfortable. It makes me feel icky.
Instead of going, ooh, you go, ooh.
Yeah, I like who better than What if you see the guy walk out before you and it's
Then I
like,
try to avoid that stall as best as possible.
what if you don't get to? What if it's the only option? You gotta go.
Then you deal.
You deal and you're still like, man, I'm glad it's not cold.
Well, there's a difference between cold and room temperature. Room temperature is ideal.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
But
Yeah.
if it's in a heated building, it's going to be room temperature if it hasn't been used recently.
fair enough.
Not to rehash this again.
All right, sorry. We got back into it. That's a good idea though. Lights on top of
That is.
stalls to indicators in general are just good things.
Yeah. Just indicate
We
more
need
things.
more indicators. Like
More indication in general throughout life.
what's a good like place to use more? Oh, here's a good place to use more indicators. The bank. I don't know how often you guys go into the bank, if at all.
Whenever I can.
I never.
Okay. There is no indicator in the bank of where you go to, like whose little cube thing you go to.
I guess
Like,
usually when
who's
I walk in,
available?
someone just is like, I can help you over here.
Right, but why isn't there just an indicator?
There should be. There should be an
Because
indicator.
sometimes there's somebody there, you know?
And you can't tell.
And I'm like...
Can't tell if someone's sitting in the chair or not.
Well, no, but you can, but then the other one is there, but she's like working. And she hasn't looked up and said, hey, you can...
Yeah, she's just working. It's like right in the same area as people that help you. You kind of walk.
Okay, Colin.
No, I'm serious. That's a thing that happens at the bank, and then you like slowly like walk over, and you're like trying to make eye contact.
Right, and then she like gets up and leaves.
You're like, oh, because
It's
it's
like,
not
oh,
the
okay,
right.
I just gotta wait.
You're just like wandering around through a set of cubicles looking for someone to help you.
just want to get some money out
Just
of my
trying to get
account.
my money.
More indicators, please.
You know, but be a really good place for it is if you're changing lanes or turning in your car.
Oh, that's a great place to have one.
You know, if someone had like some kind of indicator light they could use to show that they're going to be turning or changing lanes. Or if they did have it, well, if they had those, people probably wouldn't even use them though. So
Probably not. I know I wouldn't.
no,
It's a waste of my
I
time.
mean you wouldn't need to because you'd be in the left lane the whole time, so it don't matter.
You don't even have to move.
Well, it does matter. Sometimes I pass people that are in the left lane.
Just use the express lane.
Yeah, exactly.
You know that little.
That's even better.
That's what the little white line on the side of the road is for. That's the express lane.
But I hit the bumpies.
Hit the bump.
Well, pick and
That
choose your
shows you're
battles.
going fast.
Dude, have you ever fallen asleep while you're driving?
Try not to.
No.
Have you ever like started to doze off?
No.
Yes.
I've gotten close, but not
Like
quite
mentally
dozed.
doze off, or like physically doze
Physically doze off.
off. Oh no.
I've stopped driving twice and like taken a 5-minute power nap.
Dang.
Okay.
Does it work?
Yes, it has. One time on the way up to camp, you take 94 to camp.
Yep.
You take the Osakas exit.
Yep.
Right after the Osakas exit, I stopped.
When you realize you still have like 40 more minutes to go.
I know. I was like, this is awful. And I just stopped for a minute and I sat there and I like breathed and slept for maybe 2 minutes or something like that. Freaking popped in and drive and kept going.
Dang.
It was awesome. The first time that this is actually a good story. The first time that I actually like, I'm trying to think of who listens to the podcast right now to see if I should say this. I'll just like kind of talk in code and I'll explain it to you later, but you'll get it.
Got it. I like this.
So I'm driving back to the place that I came from, right from this, like I was gone for about a week with some other people and we all carpooled kind of, and I was one of the drivers. And I was on my way back and I was with two people that I kind of knew, like I knew everybody in the team, but these two people, like I knew them. They just weren't very talkative, and that was fine. I didn't need to talk.
Right.
But
it wasn't keeping you awake.
Turns out I did need to talk. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm on my way back, and it's like a 2.5 hour drive, which isn't a lot, but we were probably 45 minutes in, and I was starting to go, right?
Yeah.
Worse off, I had my sunglasses on. So they didn't know that I was starting to go, right? And I've found that the only way that I can kind of stay awake when I'm really starting to go is if I just munch on something. So I always try to have like sunflower seeds or those little nerd clusters in my glove box. The best. And so I'm starting to doze off, right? And I'm like, this is not good. And so I asked the passenger, I was like, hey, can you open the glove box? Is there any food in there? And there were peanut butter M&Ms. Okay?
Nice. They're so good.
Such a good option, right? I was like, okay, cool.
Wait, like peanut butter, not peanut.
Yeah.
I prefer peanut, but they were peanut butter.
What?
I feel like a peanut butter M&M is so rare to come by
And they're so good.
that I got to take them every opportunity I get.
I love peanut butter M&Ms. I prefer peanut M&Ms.
Interesting.
I just love like biting into a peanut M&M. The perfect peanut M&M has like that roasted burnt flavor to it, and it's just I like shrivel up into a big ball, and I just like rest in the flavor.
Someone walks in, Ian's just like in the fetal position on the floor. You're like, what happened to him? He ate a peanut M&M 20 minutes ago.
He hasn't stopped moaning. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Right. So I'm eating these peanut butter M&Ms.
Yes.
Everything's going great on the cruise. And I have this bright idea. I'm like, my neck's kind of tired. So I put it against the headrest, right? And I kind of move it back. So like, if you can see me, right? I'm like this, driving, and then I go like this. Now I'm kind of like this, right? So I'm like looking out my half-closed eyelids. And once again, there's like silence in the car other than these songs that are playing that I've heard 1,000 times. So they just kind of zone out.
Yep.
Excuse me. Thank you. And I dozed a little bit on a corner.
Oh my goodness.
Not a corner. A corner's a stretch. It was a curve in the road. Not a very aggressive curve, but still one that I should have been taking. And I hit the rumble strips. not for very long, not for enough time for them to know what was going on, just kind of a little buzz, and I was like, whoa, I'm awake. And like, let me just tell you, rumble strips, they work.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the moral of the story, because I did not like start to go at all after that. So, yeah.
That's good.
That's my story.
They woke you up.
It woke me up. Rumble strips work.
My car, it has the sensors, you know, when you go outside your lane.
Yeah.
Where you start to, and it vibrates my seat. So it feels like a rumble strip.
That's dangerous.
And it's why?
I feel like I've driven a car like that. I really like the vibration.
So you just try to drive out of the lane.
It's like a massage chair. You're like, ooh. If I just kind of hover on this line. You should try that with the rumble strip sometime.
I do that.
I feel like it's
fairly often.
You just sit on the rumble strip.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What a power move.
Especially when I lived at camp.
Just like,
nobody's coming down. Just. Okay, there we go. Other side.
Other side,
just back
dude. Just like knocking the rust off. Like
it's actually really good for the car. It just kind of evens everything out a little bit.
Shakes it up.
Loosens the bolts a little, you know?
Yeah.
Helps it get tougher.
Yeah, builds character.
For sure. Okay, well, there are some other things we got to get into. Any other big life updates? Real quick.
Not huge.
Not huge. Worth mentioning.
Played baseball.
Cool.
That's it. There
All
we
right.
go. We can move on
Big
now.
sports guy.
Are we going to talk about the thing, though? Is that in your life updates?
Oh, yeah. I started on a recap podcast.
Yeah, you did.
It's-
We've been waiting for it.
It's like a 20-minute
for a long
video.
time.
It's 20 minutes.
Okay.
So it took me a little bit to edit. And then for like the last 4
Colin
weekends.
scoffs at the hour-long video he edits every week. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
That's fine. He's a pro though.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just here.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
It was a bad
there's no scoffing. There's no
was a bad
there's
joke.
no judgment, okay?
It was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
But then I haven't been ever since I started working on it. I have not had a weekend where I've been in the dorm. I've been gone
dude.
every other weekend.
You're a busy guy.
I went to Chicago a couple weeks ago
Why?
for a diversity conference.
Right.
Well,
For a church diversity conference.
let's not talk about that.
That was fun. You ever been downtown Chicago?
We don't do diversity on the pod.
What are you talking about? This is the most diverse group of people I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, absolutely.
We get 2 blonde white guys and a brown-haired white guy.
Yeah, the curtain's black. Okay.
He's our diversity.
The curtain's black. Okay. So another question that we have decided that's going to be a reoccurring question that we ask our guests is this: what's your McDonald's order? Not that anybody would care, but
Well, I don't really even care. So, but
You should
I
care.
go up to the kiosk
why?
every time.
Why, Colin?
Why,
Enough
what?
with the lies.
What?
You don't even like McDonald's.
No.
You're right, guys. I have to confess. This is all just an act. I'm more a Burger King guy.
Did you hear us talking?
No. Why?
Okay, you walked out of the room, and I literally spoke into the mic. I said, "Guys, now that he's out of the room, Colin's the biggest liar in the history of the world."
When I walked out to ask, like,
yes,
are you serious?
I said
Yeah.
that he doesn't even like McDonald's. He likes Burger King better. I said that the whole thing is an act. That's incredible.
That's insane.
Wow.
Because it is an
Hey,
act.
everybody quiet. Wow.
We just have
wild.
that co-host telepathy, you know?
We do. We
really do.
We really do. That's awesome. Okay.
It
Something
just
you-
gets stronger as the seasons go on too.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah, can't wait for season 4.
Season 4 is going to be good. Season 3 is going to be rough, but 4 is going to be fire.
I'm not really looking forward to season 4. Hopefully we make it through. That's really what I'm looking forward to. Season
Who
3.
dies in season 4? That always happens.
In season 4?
In season
Or
4?
Season 3?
Depends on the show. Depends on the network, really.
CW every season, dude. Somebody
Everyone dies, but then they come back, so
that's true.
it's no biggie.
It's really no biggie. No consequences. Okay. So
The
Drew,
recap will happen.
will
Just
happen.
not yet.
It will happen. And I left my computer in my dorm room. So
It's all good, man. We know you're faithful.
Someday we'll get it.
Someday we'll
We might
get it.
have to do a special episode. Just reviewing /
reacting to my reaction of the recap podcast.
Yes.
The recap.
Yeah.
The recap.
But we are not going to keep that going. Just for the
No,
record.
it's just 3.
Okay. Hear me out. What if we did?
No.
Okay.
So your McDonald's order.
Every time, I never go through the drive-thru. Go inside.
What?
Because I don't care to work through all of the McDonald's app through the drive-thru. Don't care to do that. So I just go inside.
Why don't you just say no? I'm not using the mobile app.
Because I want the deals.
Oh, fair enough.
That's a main part of my order.
Yep.
So I walk in, I go to the kiosk.
Type in your code.
I type in the code, and then go right to the deals tab.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I get a deal, and then
What's
I found a
your
way
go-to
to get
deal?
an extra deal.
What?
But I'm not going to say that on the podcast because I got to keep using that. I can't let it go away. So
Okay.
I'll tell you off air.
You gotta tell us
Off the air.
this after.
But so I get as many deals as I can.
I'm so happy right now.
I get as much food for as little possible.
Yeah.
I think my last order, I got like 2 McDoubles, some fries, and a large Dr. Pepper for
Nice.
$5.
What?
Dang.
So I just go cheapest as possible.
Yeah.
And I get out of there. I choose whatever's.
I can do.
Doesn't matter if it's nuggets. Doesn't matter if it's a burger.
Wow.
I can do a large fry, 2 cheeseburgers, and a large Sprite for about $5 or $6. But that's really impressive.
See,
Seriously. I got to learn this trick.
I'll have to
Teach
let
me
you
your
know.
ways.
I will.
Teach me your ways.
So that's my McDonald's order.
Nice.
That's
That's
good.
a good order. It's a good order. It's a good style.
With Dr. Pepper,
lifestyle.
too?
Dude, Dr. Pepper is the number 1 beverage in the game.
Dr. Pepper's a good one.
Opinion on Taylor Swift.
And what are your thoughts?
I don't listen to Taylor Swift.
All right, moving
and
on.
I don't like her. So move on.
If you could have either the Kansas City Chiefs or Taylor Swift,
Kansas City Chiefs.
you would have you would get rid of Taylor
I would
Swift.
get rid of Taylor Swift.
Same.
But guys,
No.
you can't do this to Taylor.
Yeah, we can. Taylor, we know.
Is there even a Kansas City Chiefs team without Taylor Swift?
Honestly, no. She invented the
She invented
she
the
invented
team.
football. Really?
Wow, that's a stretch.
No.
She's actually been alive forever.
Did you
my
know
goodness.
that
What is
secretly
going on? What's happening? What's happening?
What the sad thing is, we started talking about Taylor Swift like I don't know, probably episode 4 of season 2 or something.
No, it was significantly after that, I feel like.
It was
What
a
episode
while
are we
ago.
on?
This is 10 or 11.
Okay.
This is 11.
At least
11.
the past 4 had Taylor Swift in it.
Wow. Yeah,
least.
because I stop it and I say Taylor Swift and then we move on.
Right.
Yeah.
To keep us up in the
And
algorithm.
then we had 3 in a row where we had pretty significant Taylor Swift content.
Yeah.
And that was before we started the joke of saying it every episode.
Right.
But anyway, I wasn't a huge Taylor Swift fan before we started talking about her, and then I think she's just been on my mind more since we've been talking about. And I
I've been
wasn't.
thinking about her all the time.
I can't stop thinking about Taylor Swift, you guys. I have a problem.
I've been thinking about her all the
Just
time.
everywhere I go, I see your face.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Sorry, that was
I mean,
dumb.
I've got a blank space, and I've written her name in it so many times. It's gonna get worse and worse the more we go on.
Yeah, should we try again?
Yeah, try it.
Yeah, okay.
What do you got?
Me. Just say the word me.
Me?
Me.
Okay.
Promise that you'll never find another like that.
You know, every time I play her songs, I just think, man, Taylor Swift, you belong with me.
That one was good. That one was good.
Thanks.
Mine was so bad, but that one was good.
Appreciate it.
No, I don't got any.
He's
I
like,
probably wouldn't
couldn't-
even recognize a Taylor Swift song if
She's just
if
got
it
good
played.
songs. You know, she has.
Wow.
Honestly, she has a bit of a reputation. Is that a song? That's just an album, I think.
I think it's just an album, but wow. That
Dang.
was good. Delicate.
Delicate, dumb song. I don't like that one.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay.
But anyway, it's made me into a Taylor Swift fan. The podcast has, and I'm a little bit ashamed of that. That's all I had to say. Moving
Nice.
on.
Yeah. Should we jump into Tate's Talks?
Yeah.
We're back with another Tate Talk. Right?
Tate Talk.
Wait. Oh, wake up.
I love that.
We're back with another Tate Talk. Tate actually sent this to me last week, and we didn't get around to it, so I wanted to make sure that we stuck it in here this week. So here are
Here's his talks.
word for word the message that he sent me. Okay. I thought of some content for the pod when I was driving the other day. First of all, love that he's thinking about that while he's driving. What a guy.
What a guy.
He said, if you could be a mythological or fantasy creature, which one would you be and why? Would you rather be that creature in their natural setting or here on Earth? Okay. And then, have you guys ever been a part of a prank? What do you think the best kind of prank to pull on someone is? LOL. 2 pretty random questions, but I'd love to hear your and Colin's responses. See, so when I read that, I missed the your, and I literally thought he said, LOL, 2 pretty random questions, but I'd love to hear Colin's responses. It's like, wow, okay.
Tate.
Can't wait to tell him. Can't wait to ask Colin for his responses.
Mythical creature and prank.
Mythical creature and prank.
What do you got? You've had time to think about this.
I will just say it. Mythical creature is easy.
What do you got?
It's easy for me. There's only 2 answers, okay? And both of the habitats are Earth already. Centaur or dragon.
Those are the only 2?
Those are the only 2 answers. I mean, unless you get into like some weird stuff and you're like Transformer, like that would be cool. Okay, I don't know if that counts as mythical though, right?
I'll take Transformer.
I want to be a Transformer.
If we're going mythical, like who counts? Thor? Like
mythical feels more along those lines. Like
right.
Transformer is not a mythical creature.
Do you think Transformers have to fill up with gas when they're driving?
I think there's a joke somewhere in there where like oil is their food.
Is there?
Which makes no sense as far as that, like the
I think they
of an engine
don't
goes,
need gas. That'd be my theory.
Well, then I would love to be a Transformer. I could go anywhere without needing gas.
But they're not mythical
but
creatures.
you can like
That's
use anything here on Earth.
They could.
Like, what are you gonna do? Go to the movies? How are you gonna watch it? You're stuck outside. You can't fit.
Drive-in
Just
theater.
transform into one of those minivans with the pop-down screens.
Can't they
You can watch any
transform
movie
into other things other than just their car? Because they're not.
Yeah, but
there's one that like
they're not
transforms into a phone.
Robots. They're like aliens or something.
True.
And they've chosen to take on this form.
Yes, but they are conformed to their size, though.
Oh,
Like you can transform into anything, but you're still like stuck relatively to the size that you are.
Drive-in movie.
That's a good idea.
You're a car. It works so well.
But where else are you gonna go ever?
That's all I need.
Movies.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I need. Yeah. So my answer is either centaur, like half horse, half man.
Yeah.
That's just awesome. Okay. Or dragon. I think dragon would be cool, but I feel like I wouldn't have very many friends. So I think I'm gonna go with centaur here on Earth. That'd be hype.
I'm feeling. What would you call a?
What
What would you call a mythical creature that's like just a regular person but with wings?
A fairy.
I don't want it anymore. I don't want it. I'm talking about, dragon sounds pretty cool.
That's funny. I don't want it anymore.
What do you got, Dexter?
I'm not so well versed on my mythical creatures, but I've heard about. What's a minotaur again? Is that half bull,
Minotaur?
right?
Minotaur.
Minotaur? That's how you say it?
Minotaur, yeah, that's it.
Minotaur.
No.
Manure.
No. A minotaur is it looks like a bull, but it stands up straight and can talk.
I'll take that one then.
It's a pretty cool creature. All heavily involved in Narnia. Both all 3 dragons, fairies, centaurs, and minotaurs. They're all involved.
That's actually 4.
Yeah, but I said 3.
Okay.
So there's a mythical creature. Do you all want to live in Narnia or
I don't.
here in the world?
I don't
I'll live
wanna
here.
in Narnia.
Okay. I feel like I'd be the most popular person in the world if I was a centaur. Like everybody would want to meet me. Like, no way, dude. You have a horse's legs.
I love how.
No,
Yeah,
I think
I'm fat.
Colin would be the most popular as a fairy.
You know what, guys? You're right. I like how Ian's answers all revolve around how many friends he can have. As a Draken, I would have no friends, but as the other one that I've already forgot the word for,
Centaur.
Yeah, I would be so popular. You guys
would have friends.
The cool kids would like me. They'd let me sit at their table, and it would be.
Could you even sit at the table though?
I could walk up.
You could walk up, and they just laugh and be like, "You can't sit, loser," and then they push you over and start kicking you.
Do you realize what a horse's kick can do to a child?
Yeah, but they push you over before you could even do it.
If I'm on my back, I could kick them so much better than if I was on my...
That's like the illegal move when you're fighting with your siblings and one of them gets in their back.
You know
and
the most
starts
fascinating
kicking.
thing about a centaur is that it has two backs. A human back and a horse back.
That is fascinating.
Crazy.
But if you get tipped over, can you get back up?
Nope.
I think so, yeah.
You're just stuck.
How would you get back up?
You would just like kind of roll.
Same way as you get up now when you fall over. Just kind of...
You just kind of roll over.
Yeah,
and
but you
use
can't like
your
push
knee.
up with your hands.
Yeah,
Why
but you
not?
can use your knee, or
Because
you
you
can
don't
use your hands.
Oh, well, I guess.
You got hands, right?
Yeah, you have hands and four
Yeah.
legs.
From your waist
Yeah,
up,
be like four times the weight.
You're a person.
Yeah, from your waist up, you're a person, and from
Yeah.
your
Oh,
waist back.
so you
you're
have
a horse.
arms.
Yes.
Oh, so you can't push yourself up.
Yes,
You'll
absolutely.
be fine.
Absolutely.
I'm awesome.
You'll survive.
I'm a centaur. Have you ever been involved in a prank?
You know, I love pranks, and someday I hope to be part of one.
Nice. Good
Just
reference.
a little office quote for it. A little office humor.
I understood that reference.
Thanks,
It was
Ian.
good.
I've been a part of several pranks, I think. My favorite one, and the first one that comes to mind, is last year when we were in Florida. We were in a hotel, and the rest of the family was at the pool, and I was in the room doing homework because I'm just cool like that. And my sister might have been up there too, or someone that helped me with this, because we turned all of the furniture that was accessible upside down.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
Did they like laugh when they saw it, or were they just like,
It was more like,
yeah, fix that? That's the thing about doing pranks like that when you're an adult, or I mean,
with your family.
yes, with your family,
parents
like with your
specifically.
parents specifically, because they're like, haha, you're hilarious.
Joke's on you. Put it back.
Put it back.
Yep.
Do that.
It's like if you put like a water up on the door or something, and
Yeah,
it falls in
and
their head. They're like, clean this water up.
Yeah, and then you have to wash the floor. So
Who's
we had
laughing now, idiot?
we had a similar prank that we did in the. Well, I wasn't involved in it because I was out, I think, playing baseball. But
Nice.
they went into one of the suites, so it's like a suite style dormitory. So it's like a common area with a bunch of couches in, and then like there's like 6 of those in the whole building.
yeah.
But they took all the furniture
Yeah.
and moved it outside of somebody
Nice.
else's suite. So, and then they're like, ha 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 ha, put it back.
That's funny. There were some pranks, and this I would say that these might not even be pranks, as far as more just like crimes that were
bullying.
committed at the school that I went to, North Central. It was really fun. I was around for one of them. It was hilarious. These guys were just stealing stuff from the campus. Okay.
Shout out North Central for crimes.
Yeah. No, for real. If you want to
Number one
be
crime
involved
school.
in crimes, go down to the heart of Minneapolis and be at North Central. But they would steal. It started small. It was funny. I was
That's
in
how it
their
always
dorm room
starts.
one time, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is absurd." Started small. It was like a salt and pepper shaker, a fork, the little like table things that you like put a card in. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
like the spiral things
Yep,
that you
the
like,
metal thing
Yep.
with the
Yeah.
spiral.
like they had a couple of those. And then it kind of grew. There was like, oh, a traffic cone. Okay. Or like, oh, that's like a shoe that you just found somewhere.
Right.
Okay. Or like, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, that's like the banner that sits outside the front door that says like,
Welcome.
like, welcome. Yeah. It's like, oh my goodness. It was like around Christmas time too. Okay. So they set up a Christmas tree and they had these cardboard boxes under them that were wrapped as presents.
Yeah.
And we were walking by with this guy and he looked at it and he went, oh, now's my chance. I was going to take one of those. And he just like runs over there and picks it up. And like, it's not like he was like acting like like he was stealing it. He walked right over, picked it up, and this girl walked past her who was like clearly an administrative worker at the school, and he was just like, hi, and she, like walked past him with this box, and like he comes up the elevator and he looks down and he like sees her talking to a security guard and he just runs. Right, because the elevator goes up to like this balcony.
Yeah.
And he looked down over the balcony and she was talking to the security guard and he just took off. Boom! Like down. And he made it to his room.
Wow.
He was safe.
He was safe. It was all clear that there's nothing they can do once he gets to his room.
Well, they didn't know where he lived.
Right.
But yeah, he stole a lot of stuff. That was a suite. It was a triple dorm. And so all three of these guys in
just
this room
filled it with stuff.
Just filled it with stuff. My brother stole a traffic cone one time.
Jeez.
They had it for a long time, and then it got taken away from. I don't know the
Someone
whole story.
Someone took
I
it
don't know
back.
the whole story, but it was a sad day. They were like, "No, the
Our
traffic
traffic
cone's
cone."
gone." And I was like, "College, this is fun.
This is good.
This is what you pay for."
It's a really good use of your money, you guys.
The prank that I've been involved, I sticky noted my counselor's
Dude,
room one time.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was super fun.
I had visions in my head that it would be a lot more extreme than it was. We just like sticky noted his bed and like one wall and I think his shower.
Do you remember when? Because
The shower was epic. Like
This
sticky
was
noted his
this is
shower.
that Big Sandy, right?
Yes.
This was Lou. But it wasn't the week that the year that he was our
Oh
counselor.
right, it was the next year.
Yeah.
The year after. Yeah.
I remember because he wasn't a counselor that year.
Correct. He was the head male counselor.
Yes.
So he was like overseeing.
So it was during free time, and I think me and maybe someone else went to like see if he was in there.
Yeah.
And I like, because we were gonna start sticky noting it, and I opened the door and walked in, and he's just in there.
Oh.
And I was just like, oh, hey,
I
how's it
remember
going?
that, yeah.
And just closed the door and walked away.
Yeah, because he was like sitting on his bed, right?
Yep, just
Yeah.
chilling.
I think it might have been me and you
Oh, that was
that went and did that. Yeah.
because I was just
Because
not
he like
expecting
looked up
that
and didn't say a
at
word,
all.
did he?
I
He
don't-
just like looked at us.
Wrong room.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh my goodness.
Because the thought hadn't even crossed my mind that he would be there.
Right.
So I had nothing prepared for
He's
like,
not allowed to be there.
what are you doing right now?
Why are you here?
I'm supposed to be here now.
Yeah, that was a time. But
Another prank. Senior pranks are a thing. I don't know if you know that, Ian, because you were homeschooled. But
what is that?
like last day, or not necessarily last day, but like seniors, the whole class will do some huge prank
Oh,
at
really?
school sometimes.
That's cool.
The ones you see on TikTok are like the best ones that never actually happened in real life, you know? Where
Oh,
they're
is
like,
that like the whole like stealing the urinal thing?
that was
happened?
something different. This will be
Oh.
like on the night before the last day of school, they'll somehow get in there early and fill the entire hallway floor to ceiling with balloons. Stuff like that.
My.
You know?
That sounds expensive.
We got our suite filled with balloons.
That's so crazy.
We filled a different suite's whole, like, it was like 300 balloons.
How do you fill it with balloon? Like floor to ceiling with balloon?
It was like, probably table high here.
Wow.
That's balloons. And somehow they put it in at like, they got done putting all the balloons in their room at like 3 a.m.
Wow.
And then
Wait, what? Where were they?
they put them in a different suite.
Where were
For-
the people in that suite?
Asleep.
They did it while they
Oh.
were sleeping?
Well, asleep because by 7 a.m. they were all back in our suite. They
Oh my.
they got up and they moved them all back.
That's impressive.
and you were
So
sleeping.
I had a dance party in there and I just jumped on all the balloons in our suite.
And you were sleeping. Well, they moved him in.
Yeah.
And you slept through it.
Well, yeah.
Well, they've been up all night. They're tired.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I didn't stay up that late. I was like, why would I stay up till 3 a.m. to put balloons in a different person's suite when I could just
You
sleep?
got ultimate frisbee in the morning. you know?
Exactly. I got to work hard.
I have a team meet.
No, my class's senior prank was not as great. We just, on the last day of school, we got there like an hour early, and this high school had pretty terrible parking, was what it was known for. So we were known for
Look
it.
up worst parking at high school.
There just
in
wasn't a lot of
the United
space.
States, and you'll find it.
So we got there early and intentionally, like, all of us parked super, super bad. So like diagonal and taking up like
Oh my
3
goodness,
spots.
you
and
guys are so
we were
silly.
so crazy. We weren't like most girls. And we'd been there for like 15 minutes and we're all just like chilling, you know, like sitting on top of our cars and
Like, this is awesome.
We're so cool. We are so cool. And the principal walks out and he's all like, he starts off being like, this is awesome, guys. This is so fun. But seriously, you got to move your cars. And we're like, no, everyone's like super hesitant.
He should just ran away.
But he's like, okay, well, I'm going to call the cops if you don't. So we're like, okay. And everyone moved their cars.
Yeah, that's a funny prank.
It was a pretty good prank.
I heard about a prank. It must have been one of the senior prank things you're talking about. Yeah. Where these shop kids took apart their professor's car and reassembled it on the roof.
That's funny.
I was like, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like that would take commitment.
It would.
Especially when you get halfway down, you're like, I don't know where this piece goes.
And then by 7 a.m. it was all back in the parking lot.
No, it wasn't. No.
Can you imagine if you did that? That would so terrible.
I'm actually wondering how that would work. Like,
yeah, that one almost.
It almost seems like it
strikes me as possibly fake.
Yeah, probably.
I give it a 5 out of 10 on the likelihood scale, conspiracy wise.
That's a good idea. Well, we're at an hour.
Should we hit why do people do that and call an episode?
I think we should. Before we do, Dexter, it's been a pleasure having you. Super fun.
Thank you. Shout out to my sister Gwen. I have to shout her out because she told me to. So.
Oh yeah, Gwen commented one time and gave us a thing to talk about.
She actually created the title of the.
That's
how
true.
often do you think of the Roman Empire?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that was her.
Ian hadn't heard about it yet.
That's true.
You were like, why did she ask about the Roman Empire?
Why did this random person ask about that? And then I was like, wait, her last name is Vogt, and I was like, must be Drew's sister.
Yeah.
Shout out Gwen. What's up? What's up? I have a friend whose name is Gwen. She just got engaged.
I saw that.
Oh yeah, you know her. Mm-hmm. That's wild. Okay. So, I'm sorry.
You can do it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My voice is. Have I mentioned that my voice is?
No, what happened?
Yeah, it's getting bad. It's like I'm losing it.
Oh,
and I'm singing this weekend.
You find it.
So, it's funny, Colin.
Thanks, Ian. Why are you closing my laptop? Okay, I don't need it.
So another thing that we like to do. This is kind of like our way of saying thank you for being on the podcast to our guests. We ask them to bring the why do people do that.
We give them a platform to rant.
They're always so excited about it. So
they always are.
Lay it on us, Dexter.
Well, it's not a car one this time. So,
yes.
So we're good.
That's awesome.
Why do people pick the worst spot to stand and have a conversation all the time without fail? We have a dish line at campus that there's like 2 entrances. People will always gather at one of the entrances and they'll just have a conversation. Yeah. And I just walk by and you're like, please move. I need to put my plate down so I can get out of here.
Let's say it on unison. 1, 2. We'll say it like I'll say 3 and then we'll all say it. 1, 2, 3.
Why do people do that?
And that's the episode. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought that's where you were going with that. I was like, dang, we're not talking about this.
No, that reminds me a lot of like the coffee counter at camp.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a coffee counter at camp. That's where the coffee is.
Let me tell you this.
And we were specifically instructed as a staff to specifically not huddle around
the coffee counter.
Like it was explicit. Like, don't have conversations at the coffee counter. Because it's awkward and people can't get their coffee then.
Right. Because it's not the huddling counter.
It's not the huddle counter. It's the coffee counter. If you want to have a conversation, go sit at a dining room table.
Mm-hmm.
Could be the move. Huddle counters?
Huh?
Could be the move.
What?
Huddle counters.
Huddle counters.
Just a counter just meant for huddling around.
That's a great idea.
That actually, like, legitimately, that's a good idea.
That could be the move.
Could be the move.
Yeah.
All right.
Someone write that down, please.
That really wasn't that appropriate. Sorry.
It's pretty silly though.
And without fail, somebody would always huddle around that thing, or people in general just would. I remember like there was a week where this girl got engaged over the weekend who worked on camp, and then they both came back. They were both on staff and they got engaged and they came back. And while they were talking about it, and everybody was freaking out about it. Guess where it was, Colin?
The coffee counter?
No, but you would think no, it was.
No, it actually was in this completely unrelated place, but one might think
another one
It's
of the
actually
worst
outside
spots.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, like people always huddle in front of doors.
yeah, like at a lot of times at church.
Yeah, I was about to go to church. Yeah,
Service ends, everyone's talking. They make their way towards the exit and then stop right there.
because they're kind of all like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna talk today.
Oh, hey.
Oh my gosh, hi.
So somebody
You
comes
go
up like
here?
running from behind them, catching
Yeah.
them before they leave. They're like, "Let me stop right here and talk to you."
Stop.
Wait,
Can I stop?
don't leave.
Can I stop you for a second? No. I'm gonna keep walking.
I'm gonna just keep walking.
I'm gonna keep walking, but you can come with if you want.
Hop in my car.
We'll have a combo.
We'll talk.
We'll talk. Oh, that's a good one, man. That's a
Yeah.
good one. It
That's why I make an incentive now because I hate it so much that when I'm talking to people and we're in the worst spot, I'm like, "Hey guys, let's move over here.
Nice.
Let's get over here."
See, and you're an assertive person, so you would do that.
Yeah.
I would do that. Yeah,
I don't do that.
Yeah.
you could do that though.
Ian's the opposite.
No, I
Where they're in a
remove-
good spot, and he's like, "Let's go over here, guys."
Let's go in front of this doorway
No,
here where people need to leave.
I remove myself from those conversations, and then I stand back and I watch people struggle as they're like trying to work around them.
He just stands in the corner. He's like, "You idiots, you morons."
You guys are causing so many issues
I
right
should
now.
just start walking through the crowds too. Like
you
I need to
should.
get somewhere. I'm just like
"Excuse
elbows
me."
out and
Excuse
just
me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
the most passive aggressive. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh,
Excuse me.
let me squeeze right past you there.
Oh, whoop! Oh, stepped on your foot there. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Sorry. You're kind of in the way. Oh, oh.
Nice. Oh, all right.
New sound effect. Oh,
Oh, the O
oh.
button. Oh, we should get a giant O button. Just,
We should.
oh,
Like the golden buzzer on America's Got Talent. I like. I'm sorry, but I have to. Like,
as soon as someone says something
Slow-mos,
a little
you take-
too out of pocket, everyone hits the O button, and if everyone hits the O button, we have to move on to the next topic.
next topic.
because that qualifies for the final round.
Yes,
Yes, it does.
that's when we hit.
You're
Why do people
moving
do
on.
that?
And then
the
you have an
live
episode that's just
shows.
all opes. It's a combination
Oh,
of all
oh.
the opes
Oh, like
in all the episodes.
Oh, that would be cool. Actually,
Write this down.
we should.
Ope.
Someone hit the sound effect.
That's the wrong.
That was the wrong one.
You screwed it up. They're laughing at you.
All
I didn't know that you had to hold it.
Yeah, you have to hold that one.
I'm gonna say the thing. Is that an episode?
I think that's an episode.
Is that an episode?
That's an episode.
Drew, where can people follow you?
Yeah, where can they get in touch with you?
Well, first you can
Your
follow
email
the
address?
Facebook group.
Yeah.
Follow the
Dexter.
Dexters of the Recap podcast.
There's so much content on there, guys.
It's nonstop.
Yeah, there's.
I'm thinking
there's
about leaving
so
the group
much.
because all everyone does is post every day.
It's just too much. It's blowing up your phone.
Yeah, it really
You
is.
could just turn off notifications.
or I could just
Leave
delete
the group.
the group forever.
Yeah.
Or you could start posting.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
It's not our job. We make the podcast.
That's
every
true.
week.
You can respond to the posts. You can like the posts.
I think I've commented
We
on every
do-
single
we do
post,
do
Drew,
that.
so don't even start with me.
Okay, I'll be honest. I don't really know how Facebook works, so I'm just scrolling through it. And I'm like, I don't even know how to get to
It's
it.
funny how
sometimes
how
I'm like trying to find it. I'm clicking like 5 random
Yeah, for
buttons,
real.
and then I was like, oh,
It's funny
there's
how
the Facebook
boomers
group.
don't understand technology until it comes to Facebook. Facebook is like the most overcomplicated app I've
It
ever
really
used in
is.
my life. And like all the old people in my life are so fluent at it.
Yeah.
It's just like how do you
You're
understand
like, wait a
this?
second. Did you know that appears on your wall when you post?
Did you know? See, I post
You
on
know
their
it's
wall,
there
not their
forever.
timeline.
can't
Oh, gotcha. What's your status right now on Facebook? I don't know. I just
Hey, I was looking at your Facebook profile. It says that you're actually not dating anyone. I thought that you were pretty serious,
serious.
in that relationship. What were you looking at?
what's a profile?
Yeah. Wait, what profile? Facebook. I didn't even know I had that.
I think I signed up for that in 2009 to get a profile picture on Heyday.
That was funny.
oh yeah, I signed up for to play Balloons Tower Defense with my brother.
Dude,
That's why I got
Balloon Tower
Facebook.
is such a good game.
I don't know what that game is.
We'll tell you about it
I don't
after.
know that game. Okay. I'll tell you about it after. All right. So just the Dexters of the Recap Podcast? There was another thing you were going to shout out. I forgot what it was, though.
I think that was it. Shout out to Gwen again. She gets
cool.
multiple shout outs in.
Dang.
Cool. Well, I'm going to whisper in Drew's ear quick. Is that okay? We'll do that quick before we end it.
I don't mind. Whatever you want to do.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we got it.
Love you. Bye.